All persons ought to endeavor to follow what is right, and not what is established. Through discipline comes freedom. Character may almost be called the most effective means of persuasion. The secret to humor is surprise. Great men are always of a nature originally melancholy. Fear is pain arising from the anticipation of evil. We make war that we may live in peace. A friend is a second self. In all things of nature there is something of the marvelous. To lead an orchestra, you must turn your back on the crowd. The only stable state is the one in which all men are equal before the law. The law is reason free from passion. Philosophy can make people sick. Comedy aims at representing men as worse, tragedy as better than in actual life. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children because they are more certain they are their own. He is his own best friend and takes delight in privacy, whereas the man of no virtue or ability is his own worst enemy and is afraid of solitude. Anyone who has no need of anybody but himself is either a beast or a god. He who is to be a good ruler must have first been ruled. All earthquakes and disasters are warnings. There's too much corruption in the world. Men acquire a particular quality by constantly acting a particular way. You become just by performing just actions, temperate by performing temperate actions, brave by performing brave actions. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Poetry is finer and more philosophical than history. For poetry expresses the universal, and history only the particular. Freedom is obedience to self-formulated rules. Time crumbles things. Everything grows old under the power of time and is forgotten through the lapse of time. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. Happiness does not consist in amusement. In fact, it would be strange if our end were amusement. and if we were to labor and suffer hardships all our life long merely to amuse ourselves, the happy life is regarded as a life in conformity with virtue. It is a life which involves effort and is not spent in amusement. Memory is the scribe of the soul. It is of the nature of desire not to be satisfied, and most men live only for the gratification of it. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will show you the man. Whatever lies within our power to do lies also within our power not to do. We must be neither cowardly nor rash but courageous. A tyrant must put on the appearance of uncommon devotion to religion. Subjects are less apprehensive of illegal treatment from a ruler whom they consider God-fearing and pious. On the other hand, they do less easily move against him, believing that he has the gods on his side. The soul never thinks without a mental picture. If things do not turn out as we wish, we should wish for them as they turn out. Happiness belongs to the self-sufficient. The weak are always anxious for justice and equality. The strong pay no heed to either. Men create gods after their own image, not only with regard to their form, but with regard to their mode of life. Plot is character revealed by action. All who have meditated on the art of governing mankind have been convinced that the fate of empires depends on the education of youth. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. These virtues are formed in man by his doing the actions. The good of man is a working of the soul in the way of excellence in a complete life. Anger is a gift. With respect to the requirement of art, the probable impossible is always preferable to the improbable possible. The gods too are fond of a joke. Democracy arose from men's thinking that if they are equal in any respect, they are equal absolutely.